torn reality, assembling chaos. At the beginning of the 20th century, artists grew tired of the beautiful lies of painting, of depth no one truly believed in, of illusions that no longer took anyone's breath away. And one day they made a gesture, sharp as the crack of tearing paper. They took the real world and glued it directly onto the canvas. Scraps of newspapers, wallpaper, posters, wrappers, debris. Kurt Schwitters. If it lies under your feet, it's already waiting for the artist. This is how collage was born. Not a technique, an explosion, not a style, a crime against tradition.
Contributed to the discrediting. But you in fact contributed to the discrediting. But you in fact contributed to the discrediting, didn't you? Quite deliberately. Deliberately, yes. So I really want to get rid of it. This sort of unnecessary operation of art today, which I find unnecessary. This is a difficult position because I've been in it all the time and still want to get rid of it, you see. And I cannot explain everything I do because I do things or people do things.
Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque shattered space like smashing a clock against a table and showed that reality can be reassembled, the way a detective pieces together clues. Then came the Dadaists, Hannah Höch, Raoul Hausmann, John Hartfield. They took scissors and turned them into weapons. Photomontage became a pamphlet, a spit in the face, a strike against the false mask of the age. But one man went further than anyone else. Quiet, stubborn, alone. Kurt Schwitters. He didn't write manifestos. He built his own universe. Merz. Out of tickets, out of trash, out of what others had thrown away. Schwitters. I take what no one needs and make from it something without which it's no longer possible. He didn't glue reality, he rescued it. A fragment became a fingerprint of time, a scrap, a document, garbage, memory. Schwitters declared, everything is usable, everything. Room by room, his apartment in Hanover turned into the Merzbau, a cave of stalactites, shadows, wood, plaster, architecture after catastrophe. It was the first total collage, a mosaic that tried to reassemble the world after it had already exploded into pieces. Schwitters. If you could hear what trash whispers, clay, wood, dust, they find their place on the canvas themselves. I only bring the material. The words are not mine. Collage is not just paper. It is a way of seeing, a way of surviving, a way to shout what otherwise would never be heard. And in Russia, Alexander Rodchenko, Varvara Stepanova, Gustav Klutzis put collage in the service of revolution, geometry instead of emotion, rhythm instead of narrative, montage instead of painting. Collage began as a crime against art and became its new law. It taught the century to see in fragments, to read the world in layers, to live in the rhythm of torn and reassembled truths. Today, 100 years after Merz, we live in the world Schwitters predicted more accurately than anyone. The age of smartphones is the age of endless collage. Every screen, layers, every app, a fragment, every swipe, montage. TV graphics, advertising, news, multi-screens, our digital wrappers, flashing every second across hundreds of displays. Contemporary design follows Schwitter's laws: blocks, pop-ups, cutout ads, typography, posters, flyers, billboards. This is Merz. Interfaces are Merz. Advertising is Merz. Social media is Merz. Glitches, textures, ruptures, multi-layered images, direct heirs of the moment when Schwitters picked up a scrap of a receipt and said, "This is also part of the world, so it belongs." We live inside a digital Merzbau, dynamic, endlessly updated. Each of us is the editor of the day, assembling it from hundreds of fragments. Collage has become the foundation of how we see and how we think today.